way down, we can picture it.
Coming up on UCF Nightly News, find out what Republicans and Democrats from UCF are looking forward to in the next debates.
Plus, Milo Yiannopoulos' controversial tour keeps getting canceled from universities, but not from UCF.
In sports, the loss of golf legend Arnold Palmer earlier this week is affecting many. We'll tell you more about how his legacy impacted the community.
Nightly News starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Keith Hellebrand.
And I'm Nydia Diaz. Today is Friday, September 30th, 2016.
Police just identified a suspect from an incident near the UCF campus over the summer. Orlando detectives arrested 49-year-old Peter Roger Solomon this week. Police say he was a driver with Lyft when he picked up a woman from Knight's Pub and sexually battered her. Solomon was arrested for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and sexual battery. Detectives believe it is possible that there are other victims and are encouraging potential victims to come forward.
62 new senators will take office on Monday, October 10th. Candidates took to social media to campaign for a seat in the Senate. They outlined their platforms and encouraged students to go out and vote. Over 5,000 UCF students voted for the 49th Senate. UCF SGA officials confirmed an increase in voter turnout this year over last year's Senate election.
Nearly 84 million people tuned in to watch the first presidential debate of the 2016 season. The Nielsen Company reports this was the most watched debate in American history. Nightly News reporter Shelley Campbell tells us what some voters are looking to learn in the upcoming debates.
Hillary supporters filled the Orchid Garden at Church Street Station on Monday night to cheer on their candidate. The event was an LGBT watch party with a special guest. Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Kaine was in attendance, outlining the ticket's plan to be more inclusive.
I believe we're stronger together like Hillary does. I believe dividing against one another never got us one good thing, and it will never get us one good thing.
One attendee said he believes Clinton would bring diversity and a true reflection of the American people to the White House.
I think that we as a nation need to have a true conversation about how we need to move our government and our system forward into the next millennium.
College Democrats at UCF held their own debate watch party at the Live Oak Event Center. Complete with balloons and food, debate watchers gathered together to watch Clinton debate Trump on issues important to them. Meanwhile, the UCF College Republicans gathered at a local restaurant to watch the debate. Sporting Trump-Pence stickers and yard signs, they rallied together to support Donald Trump. Karis Lockhart, chairperson of the UCF College Republicans, says the debate is a big indicator of the candidate's character.
I think we really need to see how they are as people, not just as politicians. And Donald we see as a person already, but we really see how Hillary Clinton's like one of us, because we only see her as a politician.
Those at the watch parties said they look forward to the next time Trump and Clinton meet. In Orlando, Shelley Campbell, UCF Nightly News.
Tim Kaine and Mike Pence will participate in the upcoming vice presidential debate on Tuesday, October 4th. The next presidential debate will be on Sunday, October 9th.
Other universities have banned him and canceled his appearances. He's also banned from Twitter. But conservative news editor Milo Yiannopoulos made his way to UCF this week and addressed a full house. People crowded UCF's Live Oak Center to attend Milo Yiannopoulos' controversial tour. with a message highly critical of Islam.
Is there anything more richly amusing than the sort of faux victimhood of people who cry, ooh, what about Islamophobia, after terrorist attacks where 50 or more people are dead? And
He says Islam is a religion that punishes people for being gay. Orlando resident Jorge Pabon attended the event and says it's about life and death.
I'd rather have living gays in the United States than an infiltration of a horrible ideology that wants them dead.
And Yiannopoulos agrees.
Islam is...
But in a statement from Imam Hamidullah, he says that's not the case. Everybody was created by Allah, and the life, habits, and activities are a choice. So we do consider it a sin, but we do not have the right to punish anyone as Muslims. And not all in the crowd shared Yiannopoulos' views. Kelly Huck says in America, you should be free to practice any religion.
Some things I don't necessarily agree with him on. I don't think any religion will stand above each other.
But Pabon says regardless of anyone's belief, people should tear down boundaries that prevent them from discussing these issues.
As an advocate for free speech, I think we should be able to just freely express our ideas and let the best ideas win.
While Pabon and Huck may not see eye to eye on this one, they both call for a more candid discussion about sensitive topics. We checked in with Muslim Student Association at UCF. Members of the organization did not attend the event or set up a protest. MSA President Maha Qureshi says that events geared towards spreading hate don't deserve their attention. Qureshi released this statement. UCF has a responsibility to protect all of its students, including Muslim students. It was grossly irresponsible, negligent, and disrespectful that UCF would allow hate speech in the form of a formal event here on campus, an event geared towards a religious minority that has been isolated in the past. Yiannopoulos will continue his college tour across 40 cities over the next 5 months. As for the title of his tour, we have decided not to use that language in our broadcast. He will be back in Florida on November 10th in Palm Beach.
Mayor Buddy Dyer announced that Sunrail is now going to be open on selected Saturdays. The first Saturday will be October 8th and will run through the beginning of February. But officials hope this new change is successful and we can continue to have Saturday Sunrail after February. Riders will pay regular fares and will get the opportunity to use Sunrail on special occasions like concerts and sporting events.
Sunrail service on most Saturdays through February. And the Saturday service is going to be coordinated so that we take advantage of the service for big events.
Operating hours will be from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Hours are subject to change if a special event is scheduled. Visit sunrail.com for updated operating dates and exact hours on each Saturday.
Yahoo recently confirmed that 500 million user accounts were hacked. Privacy.org is calling it one of the largest cybersecurity breaches in history. Account information, including names, email addresses, and passwords of millions of Yahoo users have been compromised. Applications linked to Yahoo like Fantasy Football and Tumblr may leave your information vulnerable. UCF Hack Team spokesperson Galen Adams says that even if you don't have a Yahoo email account, you may still be at risk.
Even if, let's say, they use a Gmail account for Fantasy Football or for Tumblr, then they use the same password, that could leave them at risk for password reuse attacks.
Adams suggests that students use a different username and password for each site and also change their passwords once a semester.
UCF police are concerned about the increase in credit card fraud reports on campus. According to an email addressed to the UCF community yesterday, law enforcement is seeing an uptick in theft of credit card numbers and other similar fraudulent activities. This week, UCF police passed out flyers to remind students to be aware. Officer Witherspoon from UCF PD says they are taking this problem very seriously.
We just want to pass out an alert and try to see if we can let students and maybe faculty and staff members aware of a problem which may exist and maybe steps they can do to try and help prevent this from happening.
Police advise to protect your credit and debit cards, use smart judgment, and report any suspicious activity to police. Now here's Dearnisa Jefferson with our weather forecast. What's it like right now, Dearnisa?
Well, Keith, I'll tell you right now. If you noticed outside this morning, it was very calm and quiet, but we are expecting some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Now let's take a look at your current weather conditions. Right now it's partly cloudy with the high near 85 degrees, but it feels more like 93 with the humidity. There is a calm wind currently at 5 miles per hour, moving in the direction of southwest. Now as far as what to expect with rain, this afternoon right around 3 o'clock there is a 40% chance of rain. And by 6 to 7 tonight, we'll have a 70% chance of rain and scattered thunderstorms, with wind moving southeast at about 5 miles per hour. I'll be back a little later in the show with your 5-day forecast and what to expect for the weekend.
Thanks, Denisa. Up next, moving from one place to another might just become easier. One company is bringing a new way of transportation to Central Florida.
Plus, while you might be sleeping, one student works hard to inspire you as you walk around campus. We'll tell you about his motivation.
We've seen skateboards, scooters, and even ripsticks, but now a new form of transportation is coming to Central Florida. The new company describes this as an electronic-assisted treadmill bike set to create a pro-exercise style of getting around. Walking on the treadmill powers an electric motor that allows the bike to move forward. The owner of the company, Jeff Noonan, says there are many health benefits of these bikes.
The walking aspect, obviously everybody, the doctors want you to walk or be more active. Being able to balance and ride a bicycle at the same time is an added bonus, but it also allows you to get the feel of going fast, the wind in your face, and you are getting your steps in every day.
Noonan hopes to bring these bikes to UCF in the coming weeks to demo for students.
A mysterious artist is creating art on UCF grounds, but not many people know the man behind the murals. Nightly News reporter Mona Howe to expose his hidden talent.
The next time you're on the way to class, you might want to pay attention to where you're walking, because you might be walking over murals like these. These bright chalk-painted murals cover the outdoor floors of Classroom Building 1. Those who notice them, like UCF student Chris Hale, are taken back by its beauty.
I come into this building like every week and I've never seen this artwork on the floor, and I was floored.
But the question on everyone's mind is, who's drawing these murals? After some searching, we finally found the mysterious man.
My name's Tim Good. I'm 21 and I'm a mechanical engineer here at UCF.
Known as Tim 109, this artist wanted to bring his art outside of his home.
I figured it would be more fun if I just covered this entire section of the school in chalk, so that way when people came here they're just motivated to look at the ground, be aware of their surroundings, and realize there's more to life than staring at their phones.
Every night while you're asleep, Tim 109 brings out his bag full of chalks and leaves behind a world of characters.
If I just drew a picture of like some cabin in the woods or some nature scene like that, yeah, it would be pretty and whatnot, but I don't think it would kind of capture the emotions I want to invoke in people.
Emotion that students say not only brings happiness, but also inspiration.
It actually puts a smile on my face.
It makes me want to continue to strive in my studies myself.
They're really nice, and that makes me feel good.
Tim 109 says he will continue to use UCF grounds as a blank canvas to bring a smile to our community. In Orlando, Mona Howe, UCF Nightly News.
Tim says he hopes to one day inspire kids with his drawing and teach them that opportunities for creativity can be found everywhere.
Coming up, Dearnisa will be back with your 5-day forecast and what you can expect for the next few days.
Plus, tomorrow marks the beginning of Halloween season, and a formerly closed haunted house is coming back to life.
A new haunted house in Old Town Kissimmee is creeping open its doors just in time for the Halloween season. Tight corridors, a chapel, and an embalmment room are some of the scenarios the Morton Manor features. Old Town visitors may remember Legends, a haunting at Old Town before it closed in January. Purchased by the Extreme Fear Design and Production Company from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the new Manor opens October 1st. Artistic designer Chris Gilgore is part of a small team that includes his wife and friends. He says after 12 years of being a haunter, it's just as enjoyable as when he started.
The whole psychology is enjoyment. You get a scare, but you're safe. You don't have to worry about actually being harmed. So it really is enjoyable. So if we get a jump or a scream out of someone, you can almost be guaranteed that that's going to be followed up by a chuckle or a laugh.
Gilgore says Halloween is their primary focus, but the team plans on keeping the Manor open all year for the tourist seasons.
Day of the Dead celebrates life, honoring friends and families who have passed away. UCF decided to celebrate this holiday early by transforming a part of campus into its own celebration of Dia de los Muertos. Nightly News reporter Olivia Stasny shows us just how it went.
It's called Dia de los Muertos, and in English that translates to Day of the Dead. What we wanted to do in regards to Hispanic Heritage Month, we wanted to bring the celebration of that holiday a little bit earlier to kind of bridge that gap going into October and the actual celebration that will be taking place in November. We thought it would be a good and appropriate time to kind of tie all of those ideals together, to celebrate the lives of the ones that we've lost, and at the same time, encouraging and acknowledging the student body and what it means to celebrate Day of the Dead.
It teaches us to remember those who have come before us and those who have passed away, and we take the time to remember their lives, to remember what they used to eat, what they like to eat, remember their music, and it's just a matter of remembering those who we love.
It was really nice. I'm glad that they did it this year, and I hope they continue doing it every year.
I think it's really important that we celebrate each of those individuals and kind of get a better understanding, especially right now, currently what's going on in the world. I think this is a perfect place to start bringing people together.
Within the next couple of weeks, more events can be expected to take place for Hispanic Heritage Month. Now let's go back to Dernisa for a look at our 5-day forecast. Dernisa?
Thanks, Nydia. Let's take a look at our national weather forecast. So we're going to go ahead and look at this map here, and we're going to be experiencing rain in a lot of different regions. We're going to start by looking at the northeast and the mid-Atlantic region over on this side. So if you go ahead and look very closely at the map, we can actually see the Great Lakes here. So if you look at the Great Lakes, we have a low-level pressure system in that area. Now that low-level pressure system is going to create a lot of rain and also some possible flash flooding in that area. Now the good news is the northeast region has been experiencing a lot of droughts lately. So this extra increase in rain will produce that much needed moisture for that area. Now let's go ahead and look at the west. Now if we take a look at the west, you'll see another low-level pressure system. Now this pressure system will create a lot of rain and thunderstorms in the west region. So now we're going to look at the south, where our home state of Florida is obviously located. And if we look at the south, we see another pressure system here. Now that's going to bring a lot of rain as well as thunderstorms in the next few days. With that being said, let's go ahead and look at our precipitation levels for the state of Florida. So now Jacksonville and Tallahassee, they are very lucky because they have 0% chance of rain. Now, as far as Orlando is concerned, we are at 15% for precipitation, Tampa's at 20%, and Miami is at 40% chance of rain. Now let's take a look at our temperatures as well. So we'll go ahead and start with Jacksonville at 86 degrees, and then Tallahassee is at 78 degrees, Orlando is at 85 degrees, Tampa is at 86, and Miami is at 84 degrees. Now let's go ahead and go to your 5-day forecast. So this week is going to be a wet week in Florida. We have high precipitation levels throughout the entire week. Saturday will be a high of 89 degrees and a low of 73 degrees with a 60% chance of rain. Now going into Sunday, we have a high of 87 and a low of 73. Monday will be back on campus with a high of 86 and a low of 73. That is a 60% chance of rain as well. Tuesday will be a high of 85 and a low of 74. And Wednesday will be a high of 85 and a low of 74 with a 50% chance of rain. That's all I have for you guys for our 5-day forecast, but now let's head back to Keith and Nydia at the anchor desk.
Thanks, Dernisa. Coming up next, a local golf legend died earlier this week. We'll tell you how one country club is honoring him.
Plus, the Orlando Magic remain optimistic about the upcoming season despite all the changes. They're looking forward to building team chemistry and making a playoff push.
Knights, I'm Jenna Smith here with your sports update. This week, our nation suffered the loss of golf pioneer Arnold Palmer. Whether you play golf, volunteer with his charities, or simply enjoy his famous drink, Arnold Palmer truly left behind a legacy. Known as the King of Golf, Palmer was also known as a golf course creator. He designed courses all over the world, like the Challenge course at the Santry Country Club in Melbourne. President of the course and past PGA Tour player Steve LaMontagne says the course is one of a kind and will be used to celebrate Palmer's life.
The club purchased a clock, and on the base of the clock, we're going to put a little plaque saying that Arnold Palmer designed one of our golf courses. Absolutely.
A memorial service for Arnold Palmer will be held on October 4th in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, where he was born. New players and new coaches are creating a new face for the Orlando Magic. The busy offseason led to an exciting training camp opening day, with the new staff showing optimism for the upcoming season. After 4 straight seasons of missing the playoffs, Orlando Magic management made aggressive moves this offseason. With a brand new coaching staff and only 6 returning players, Magic General Manager Rob Hennigan senses a spark from the team.
There's a real palpable excitement that I've felt from the fans that I've been able to interact with, and I think, everyone's excited about sort of the makeup of the team and the depth and the versatility that we have.
One of the new additions is head coach Frank Vogel, who anticipates a successful first year on the job.
Well, I believe we're going to win here. I really do. I think we're going to win a lot this year. I believe we're going to make the playoffs, and I believe we're going to have a chance to go deep into the playoffs.
Despite a disappointing season last year, optimism is felt throughout the team.
Have everything that we need, and it's time to put it together. It's time for the Orlando Magic to be back in the playoffs.
As long as we're winning, I think it'll take care of everything. But I'm really, really excited, and I look forward to this opportunity.
Vogel says in order to make the playoffs, the Magic need to play together as one.
We're going to be a selfless team, a share the basketball team, a play for each other team, and a team first team.
As the season approaches, the Magic hope to once again become a dominant force in the Eastern Conference. The Magic will open this season at home on October 26th against the Miami Heat. Back to you, Nidhi and Keith.
Thanks, Jenna. That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with us during the week on nsm.today.
And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.